Boise, Idaho for the 2018 Backcountry Hunters and Anglers Rendezvous. I'm a little winded. And I'm here because of this. Land. Public land. So this weekend is all about getting a bunch of these like-minded hunters and anglers together that care about these places, to talk about them, to celebrate them, and to figure out more ways that we can work together to protect these places. So all day we've been in these kind of workshop training meetings here as a chapter leader for BHA, and I've just been so impressed with the people here, the excitement here. It's a really young, high energy crowd. People are stoked about what we're doing, and what's cool is that this organization is doing things that impact and positively impact so many people, talking about how to improve the environment, how to open up public access, how to do so many things that are hard to do, but when you get a lot of people excited about it like what we have here, you can accomplish that. And it's got me feeling positive about the future. I think that's one way to say it. And one person who's doing some pretty cool stuff related to public lands is this guy named Sam Soholt. Finally ran into him. I'm going to check out his bus. He's renovated a bus, been living out of it, doing some cool stuff. We're going to check it out. So in Boise, I finally ran into a guy I've been trying to talk to for a long time, Sam Soholt, right here.
Yep.
The man with the bus, his brother. And Sam, you gotta tell me about what we're doing here.
Yeah, so a little over a year ago, I bought a full-size school bus and have since turned it into my mobile hunting rig, but the entire project was to raise awareness about public land transfer, raise money for organizations like BHA, and yeah, brought the bus to Boise to hang out and party with all the other public landowners and see if we can't do some good.
Can you show it to us?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go inside. Check this thing out. So cool.
So we just got the brand new curtains installed. It's just burlap, it's pretty simple.
Folded once.
Rustic, yeah, folded once, Yeah, I'll just start from the front and kind of work back. So just a couch on this side, just built, plywood. I've got storage underneath there. I've got my desk up here. So I just do all my editing photo stuff. It's usually just where I put all my camera gear. Use a Yeti Tundra as my seat for the desk. And then it's also my refrigerator.
Multi-purpose.
Yep. Kitchen, I was gonna put a sink in, but I decided I didn't want to do any plumbing. So it's basically just stove with all, seasonings, oils, and everything I need for cooking up here. And then heater, so I just ventless propane heater, open a couple windows so I don't die of carbon monoxide. Storage closet here, just random throw stuff. Got double bunks, and then the bunks have storage underneath, so I can put a bunch of gear under here. And then the master suite, the queen bed in the back. I always tell everybody it's a short tour. It's only 27 feet long. But
how long did this take to put together?
So I did a lot of planning ahead of time, but the actual build, like to what it is now, was like a little over 2 months. So
nice. And how long have you been in it?
Started the journey in August, and it is now April. So it was parked for a bit this winter, but yeah, it's been good.
How do you make work and stuff happen?
So I went with a very simple approach to everything in the bus. Like the less moving parts, the better. So my power source is under here. So on this side, I have a power converter, which I can plug into a generator or like shore power at a campground, and then that charges 2 deep cycle batteries that are just like marine batteries. And then I have that connected to a 3,500 watt inverter, and then I have a couple extension cords with power strips. So one power strip goes here, and I can just charge everything up there, and then I've got a couple that run to the back for charging, and then I have a wraparound LED light system.
Nice.
Yeah.
If there's anything that people could take away from, like, people have seen you doing the bus thing on social media or on the web and these videos, like, if you had to have like 2 things that people took away from like the exposure to you and what you're trying to do, what do you want those 2 things to be?
So everybody out there is a public land owner. So we all own all of those free and wild places, so understand that. And then just get involved. Like if you want to be part of an organization like BHA, don't wait, just go join. I mean, it doesn't have to, it can be anything. RMEF, local Pheasants Forever chapter, get involved and be part of what you get to go out and enjoy.
All right, so it's day 2 of the Backcountry Hunters Anglers Rendezvous. And today on the schedule, we've got a lot of seminars. Unfortunately, can't go to all of them, but gonna check out at least one, maybe 2, and then it's gonna be doing some podcasting. And then finally this evening, there is this storytelling, this campfire storytelling event with folks like Steve Renella, Remy Warren, Bon Chenard from Patagonia, all telling some great stories. So it's gonna be a good day, and now the work begins. So we're about to head in here to the hotel room to record an episode of the Meat Eater podcast.
Well, guys are, I feel like they're doing a good job with their little media stuff.
Alright, so right off the bat, before we even introduce everyone, Jason Phelps. We're gonna create an elaborate, we're gonna create a scenario. Okay.
And I record Wired Hunt podcast, and then I record a Meat Eater podcast. Now there's this wild game cook-off going on, and then the storytelling after that. So Steve and Remy and Randy and Anthony Lacoste from Field and Stream are judging some wild game right now. So that's all I'm gonna go check out.
Distilled Alaskan vodka with wild Alaskan blueberries in it.
And I'm going to say it again. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being the biggest group of backcountry badasses in the North American continent.
Tell you what, this weekend was just so, like I said, so encouraging, so energizing. Seeing so many people coming together, caring about our public lands and waters. It's this crazy, incredible inheritance that we have as Americans, that we, each and every one of us, own 640 some million acres of land across this country, that we have access to hunt and fish on, to hike, to camp, to climb. Whatever it is, we have the opportunity to do it out there. It's an unbelievable privilege. And I think a lot of us take it for granted, and that's unfortunate because these places are not guaranteed. There's so many different people and things, business entities, other pressures kind of chipping away at these places, trying to get access to them, trying to privatize them or transfer them or use them for things that are not in the best interest of these places in the long term. And you know, I've got this little guy now. I've got a son, and more than ever, I just feel this responsibility to try to keep these places around, to try to keep them well managed and protected, to make sure there's wildlife in the future, to make sure there's wild places in the future, because it's just not me or my wife that I care about anymore. It's my son. I want him to have these wild places to grow up in, to explore, to enjoy. And that's on each and every one of us. So this past weekend for me at the Rendezvous was just about being reminded of what we can do together if we stand up for these places, if we stand up for our public land inheritance. You know, we can make a positive difference. We can make sure that these incredible places are around for the next generation and many generations to come. So I can't wait to take Everett out on a mountain, or chasing deer in a piece of public land, or fishing on a stream, and very thankful that we have that opportunity here in America. Say, keep it public.